Hey.
Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing today on this fabulous Monday?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning,
great.
good morning, good morning. Hello, Izzy. Thank you so much for joining us today. And yes, I know I planned it during Hobie Bingo. But if
That's
you're
okay.
like me, guys, I just turn on Hobie Bingo and let it sit over there and do its thing because number one,
Yep.
I'm never optimistic. Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sitting over to the side. Hey,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Good morning, Sarah. Thank you for joining us
Hi,
today.
Sarah. Hi, Izzy.
And I also want to thank Froggy and Carrie for being here with me. I mean, I always enjoy whenever they come up with me. I mean, it just kind of helps with the chit chat. So, and we're
We
always,
love it.
you know, get us three together and no telling what's going to happen. So,
We love it. We do. We have
That
to.
is right.
Oh, you can't see it, but I'm going to see if you can look what's on the arm of my chair.
oh, she's being a good girl.
Wednesday.
Yes. At least she's
Wednesdays.
not down
Wednesdays.
at your legs clawing you.
For once, I tell you.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Well, I trust everybody had a great weekend. I did. Hello, Olga.
Hi,
Hello, my
Olga.
Olga. How you doing, sweetie?
I hope you're well, honey.
For those of you that catch, you're still taking a break from Hobie. I understand, Sarah. I was going to say that I'm
Oh,
never optimistic about winning anything. There
it's
he
Matt.
is.
Yep, it's Matt.
Mm-hmm. So I just normally turn it on to earn my little 25 points because one of these days I'm going to have enough points to buy something. I don't know what yet, but anyway. So,
It's on. If I win, I
mhm.
win. I don't, I don't.
Right,
And
right. Good morning, Laura, sweetie. How are you doing?
hi, Laura.
I'm here, but I'm trying
Good
to do
morning,
bingo and watch
Laura.
both of them on your phone. Well, sweetie, just know that I appreciate your time and your DNA. Those of you who are coming in, please don't forget to hit that thumb because you know it helps that silly YouTube algorithm.
It does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I don't watch the bingo, Izzy. I don't pay attention
Hmm.
to it. It
Yep,
just sits over there and does its thing. And if I
yep,
win, they'll email me.
yep,
At least
yep,
they'll
yep,
email me my points.
yep. Exactly.
Oh, Betty Crocker. Look at you. Hey, Jules.
Oh, Sarah, so what are we doing, huh? Good morning, Jules. Again, thank you so much for joining us here.
Hi, Julie.
So while you're coming in, I do hope that you'll share with us what your weather is like, what are you sipping on, and what are you working on. So right now it is 64 degrees here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I know. I mean,
Cold
wow.
front.
Exactly. Well, at this time of the year, we don't call them cold fronts anymore. We call them cool fronts. Uh, it is supposed to get up into the upper 80s, but we also have a chance the next few days of afternoon thunderstorms. So, and it is cloudy at the moment. I'm finishing up my second cup of coffee, which is Texas pecan put out by HEB and a little bit of hazelnut creamer. And I am ready this week to work on my Aztec. Now, I'm not near as far along as Froggy and Olga are, but um, I'm still on my first repeat.
Well, it is 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius, and it is clear skies. Now, I do have rain coming on Wednesday, but not right now.
Right.
And I'm obviously working on my Aztec. I have 7.5 rows left, and I am done.
Yes, her hubby only wants two what do you want to call it? Two
Repeat.
patterns. Yeah,
Mhm.
two complete patterns on the blanket. But I think I'm going to be industrious like Olga and put in three. I said I think. Well,
It's
Jesse, thank you so
48
much for
here and
coming. I
raining.
appreciate your DNA. I'm sorry, Carrie. Go ahead.
It's okay. I said it's 48 and raining here, and I'm drinking
Oh, wow.
coffee.
Ah.
And what's
How do
that
you?
pretty blanket that you're working on?
It's called Maggie's Blanket from Mary Maxim.
I love it. I love it.
I love the colors.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
It was on the back of my chair, and then I decided I better finally put the rounds in that need to go in.
Right.
I love it.
Oh, I know I can do it, Olga. It's just going to take me a bit to get her finished, but that because I'm not working on it every week or every day like you ladies are. I have others on my hook, but that's okay.
We got 7 thumbs and 9 people in here. Let's get them thumbs up, guys. And just like
Sarah has cookies in the oven. Okay, you got to share what kind of cookies.
Is it oatmeal? Is it chocolate chip? Is it sugar cookies? Is it snickerdoodles? Do tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love snickerdoodles.
I do tell. I'm like, oh, I hope it's snickerdoodles.
And see, my favorite is what they used to call Ranger cookies, which is kind of like a cross between an oatmeal cookie and a snickerdoodle, kind of. You know what I mean?
Wow. I never had that.
It has oatmeal, cornflakes, coconut, pecans, cinnamon, nutmeg.
Well, that's why I never had it.
Yeah, the coconut. We don't have to put the coconuts in there. I know some people. Oh, chocolate chip and peanut butter. Oh, my husband would be making a race to your house, sweetheart. I'm just saying.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hubby loves peanut butter.
Yep.
I love chocolate chip and peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. That's a good combination. Yes.
Yes. Sounds delicious.
Yes, it does.
Her house smells divine.
Yep.
I mean, seriously. I have to tell you what happened. My house stunk.
Oh!
For almost a whole week. I mean, to high heaven stunk. I was pitching a fit, going around spraying Lysol.
Oh my goodness.
Could not figure out what the smell was. My washing machine broke. And Joey had washed it's a king size cotton blanket, 100% cotton. And it had washed it, but it didn't spin it.
Oh no.
He didn't take it out of the washer and put it in the shower, to wring it or anything.
Yeah.
He left it in the washer. Well, we couldn't figure out what the smell was. I didn't know about said blanket. Didn't know.
Right.
And so he's changing the trash. We're cleaning. What is that smell? Hey, Jay.
Good morning, Jay.
So I go in the laundry room, and I'm going, the smell is in here. Something must have died. I mean, this is awful. He goes, oh, I know what it is. I'm like, what is it? He opens the washing machine, and the smell almost knocked me over. Boom. So he takes the blanket out, and he puts it in the trash can. And he washes his hands. And I said, you need to change the trash. Oh, I'll get to it.
Oh, no.
2 days later.
Oh, my goodness.
I said, if you don't change that trash, I'm going to divorce you. He goes, you don't mean that. I said, that stink is killing me.
Oh, my goodness.
Awful. I mean, I can't even begin to explain to you. It had been in there for 6 days.
Oh.
It had soured so bad. It was wretched. So he finally takes the trash out, and he takes it to the town. And we opened the back door and the front door, and we let the air go through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells so much better in my house. But the motor on my washing machine's broken.
Right.
So it'll wash back and forth, but it will not spin. So we've had to go to the laundromat this past weekend. And they have the front loading washing machines that will hold basically like a normal load and a half.
Right.
$6 a machine to wash and $6 to dry.
Holy cow.
It costs us
Wow.
$30 to wash clothes. So we brought them home and dried them. It
Yes.
would, if we had done it there, it would have been $60. Blew my mind. They're very expensive.
Yes, they are.
I'm sorry you didn't get a card. I got a card. Um, while we're there was what you call crackheads um,
Mm-hmm.
all over the place doing their laundry, and there's this where there's the front door and there's a side door, and you can't see. If you're at the front by the front door, you can't see anything over at the side door. And there's this woman doing her laundry up by the front door, and she had these two little girls, and they were running laps around the laundromat, just running
Wow.
laps, and giggling and running into people, and just giggling and carrying on. And they every time they would come down by the side door, her mom couldn't see them, and I was just terrified someone was going to come along and take them.
Yes.
I mean, I was so upset, so torn up over it. I mean, they couldn't been but 6 years old,
Mm.
if even. I mean, I was so torn to hell. And like my husband told me, he said, you can't be everyone's mother. But
Nope.
I really felt like it. It was horrible. But I'm glad we got our clothes washed. I mean, it was a lot. It was 5 of those machines. And it took him all day when we got home to finish drying them all out. I folded all those clothes that day. My shoulder was killing me, but I'm glad it's done. But we have to save up over several weeks to buy a new washing machine.
Right.
Believe me, I can't wait. I need a new washing machine. I don't want to go back and pay $30 every week to do laundry.
No.
That's expensive.
Yes, it is.
And you can't put coins in the
Mm-hmm.
machine. They don't take coins. You
Nope.
have to go to it looks like a change thing.
Right.
You put your card in and you load up another card, and that card it's called a laundry card, and
Right.
that card you use on the machine. And they make a killing because you load it with $10 or $20. That's it. And then you have to go back and load it with $10 or $20. Well, the machines are $6.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
retarded. And then you're
Um,
going to end up with excess money on your card that you never use.
that's right. That's why there are some places that have now I don't like doing this, but I did do it for a while where you download a specific app and they
Mhm.
have a QR code and you scan it and it says, okay, this machine, you type in the time that you want it set it for, the heat instructions, everything. It tells you how much it is. You attach a debit card to it. You hit, that
Nice.
you want to pay, but they will send you a code making sure that it is you before they charge your account.
Nice.
Oh,
Those
Yeah,
are
nice.
now that's nice. And that way, mm-hmm. But
no.
still, it's not cheap. I mean,
Everything was cold water and everything was permanent press.
mm-hmm.
You can't adjust anything.
Right.
I'm like, wow, it's way different than it used to be.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like that. There's no gentle cycle. There's none of that.
Right.
So anything I need on gentle, I have to hand wash now at home.
Mm.
Ridiculous. Now you could adjust the heat on the dryers, which was good, but
Mm-hmm.
not on that. Yeah, you're watching us before your surgery. Good.
That's all right, Izzy. We understand. Prayers that your surgery goes well today.
No.
Well, if you watched TFF yesterday, you know that I was not there. As Froggy likes to say, and I probably won't say it right, what had happened was,
What had happened was,
here at the house, you can see that they have folding doors. And they have folding doors here from the entryway into the den and from the den into the kitchen. So I had gone into the kitchen to get something. I don't even remember what it was now at this point. Oh, yes, I do. A bottle of water. And as I was coming back, folks, I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I cannot tell you. But I guess I decided that I would use my head to open up the little folding doors. I mean, it was already partially open. All I was going to do was just bump it with my head and let it finish opening. Oh, yeah. Well, evidently, I bumped the wrong one because it sent me going back. I hit my shoulder and my backside, my back right here in the rib cage on the edge of the table, the breakfast nook table. Spun myself around, and as I was going down, I hit my hand on the breakfast nook bench, flat out on the floor.
Hi,
Hey,
Kimmy.
So I'm like, hey, Kimmy, thank you for joining us today. So I'm sitting there on the floor. Now, I'm not joking, folks. When I say I have to have a crane to get myself back up, I have no body strength in my legs or my arms if I get flat out on the floor, which is where I was. So I was turning around, this side hurting. I couldn't figure out which leg to get underneath me to get up. And my grandson comes walking in the kitchen. And he stops and looks at me and he says, Grammy, are you okay? And I said, no, sweetheart. I feel like a fish out of water. Can you come help me get up? He said, sure. So he just reaches down a hand. And I looked up at him and I said, sweetie, you're going to have to literally help pick me up off the floor because I can't do it by myself. And remember, I probably weigh about twice as much as you do. He's like, okay, no problem. He plants those big old feet, gets up underneath my arms, and before I knew it, whoop, I stand up. Yeah. I mean, which was wonderful. So he says, are you okay? Do you have your feet under you? And I said, yeah, I do. Well, I'm standing there and looking at my hand, and it's already going bloop right here. My back is hurting. My booty's hurting. I didn't know if I could walk or anything, so I hobble in here and get on the couch. Well, in a few minutes, here comes everybody. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. My pride is hurt, but. And my husband is standing back behind everybody, and he goes, what'd you do? And I said, obviously, I injured myself, fell flat on the floor, and Logan had to pick me up. And he said, how did you end up on the floor? And I said, to be quite honest with you, I really don't know, other than I guess I was going to use my head as a battering ram to open up the door so I could walk through. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know if I was looking at the door properly, but it looked like, all I can tell you is I honestly felt like I was just going to be able to walk right through there. Oh, no. So we get to the hospital, and I'm trying to tell them what happened. And they're looking at me like, what? What? And so I quit telling everybody that I tried to open the door with my head. I just said I ran into the door jamb, fell on my butt, and here we are. So I had to have my hand x-rayed. I had to have my chest x-rayed and my booty x-rayed. Nothing is broken. My pride is bruised beyond heaven. And when this very nice young doctor comes in, why is it always the young ones?
I don't know.
I know, but he comes in and, they look at you and they ask you, tell me what happened. Well, my husband immediately jumps in and says, this senile old woman tried to walk through the doorway. Oh, senile. old woman. Let's just say the rest of the day was not pleasant for Mr. Youngblood. That's all I can tell you. Y'all can take your imagination from there. But the young man was really sweet. You know, it took him a while. We went to get the x-rays, come back, and it seemed like we sat there forever for him to come back and say, well, good news is nothing is broken. He did tell me, however, you know, you might want to rest that hand for just a few days. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, right. And Wayne said, don't bother telling her to do that. She's a crocheter. She's going to continue crocheting. So, and the guy says, well, then let me amend my instructions and say that if it hurts, stop. Yeah. Oh, Sarah, he got worse than in the doghouse, let me tell you, especially when we come back. And of course, the stepdaughter is asking how things went, and my grandson and his dad, you know, how did it go and everything? And I said, well, the first thing is I was described as a senile old lady. David turned and looked at Wayne and said, oh, that's not good. Wayne said, apparently not. So, yeah, that's how I spent the afternoon. Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. A friend of ours asked her this morning where her walker was.
I know. I don't have a walker.
I'm very happy you were saved, Izzy.
Yes.
That was a miracle.
Who asked you where your walker was?
Sherry.
Sherry did.
Sherry told me
that?
that. Oh. Yeah, Sherry. Yeah. Sherry said,
that's funny.
She said, ask Maureen where her walker was for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said, that's brilliant. Hey, we are still missing 3 thumbs, guys. Please hit those thumbs up.
Well, they may be people that came in and are lurking and forgot to hit the thumbs, but that's okay. But I do want to say thank you to all of you that may be lurking and haven't let us know that you are. So I'm going to play this little diddly for you to say thank you so much. Yeah. Julie, my walker's in the garage. Well, you know, yeah, I haven't got to that point yet. I do keep a walking cane in the truck just in case I know I have to walk a long distance. But, you know, folks, here in the last few months, I do have to say I've lost a little bit of weight, not a lot, but evidently enough to where I can stand up for long periods of time and do the dishes, you know, maybe sweep a room or two, and even walk all the way through Walmart. So
it shows. It shows. Now tell us your secret.
I was down for 2 weeks, couldn't eat anything. Oh, crackers and water, boy, let me tell you.
I don't want to do it that way.
No. I could stand to lose some weight, but going on a, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't, no.
Yeah.
No, my diabetes won't let me. No. Yeah, that will do it, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
It really will. So what's everybody working on?
Yes, this is a brand new day, brand new week. So we wanted to know what kind of goals you have set, whether it be for the day or for the week. And I'm going to start off. One of my goals, at least for today, excuse me, is to, y'all are going to think this is funny, but I've been waiting all weekend to be able to sweep and mop.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we had a little rainstorm come through a couple of days late in the evening, not enough to make mud or nothing, but you know, the dirt stays on the bottom of your shoes. You bring it in and it falls off, dries up, all that kind of stuff. But the kiddos over the weekend decided that they were going to tear down the backsplash in the kitchen.
Oh.
Yes. And so we've been dealing with dust and all that kind of stuff. So my goal today is, before they get started more in it, is to at least get, you know, the main living area swept and mopped. That's one of my goals.
Yeah, we said that was great, Izzy. Ah, you cover your eyes at the scale. Oh my, I don't.
Yeah.
I need to know the truth, so
Right.
I do pay attention. Not always happy, you know. Seldom do I normally do lose a couple pounds, just not
Right.
enough.
Right. Well, I quit looking a long time ago, guys, because, you know, you get on the scale. For me, I get on the scales and I lose a couple of pounds and I go, woohoo! And evidently I celebrate a little bit too much, because when I get on the scales again,
you gain it
not
back.
only did I gain those couple of pounds that I lost, but I might gain another half pound or one. So I just like,
Yeah. Now that bothers me when I gain it back.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Jules, sweetheart, you do what you need to do for yourself, sweetie. I'm just so glad that you dumped in here for a little bit. You lost 3.5 pounds on your last doctor visit. Well, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot more than that to work off.
Me too. Me too.
I'm just tired of walking around the house.
Me too.
Yep.
I have to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't, getting it done.
Yep.
Slowly but surely.
Well,
I have goals.
I was just going to say, as far as weight is concerned, just getting up and doing any kind of movement, whether it shows on the scale or not, just as long as it helps to build up your endurance, to be able to walk from one room to the next, or to be able to walk outside, walk to the car, stand up for an extended period of time if you need to. Just any little thing that helps you to feel better, I think, is more important than watching those numbers on the scale.
Oh man, I found out about endurance at the convention I went to. No, I'm sorry. The convention I went to.
Right.
I found out about endurance and having to take a break every time I walked up and down those long aisles.
Right. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Mary. That I need to work on my endurance so I can walk through the entire festival without having to stop.
Right.
That's my goal. You always tell the nurse to let you know if you lost any weight. When she doesn't know, I still at the same weight as before. I'm getting phone calls. I'm ignoring them.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know. But no. Mary, I hope you're doing well today.
So what's one of your goals for today or this week?
Any of you?
Oh.
You.
Finish this blanket.
Finish this blanket. Awesome.
And then start on my watermelon ivy squares.
Oh,
awesome.
I mean, I already have 2 done.
Awesome.
You want to see them?
Yes. Yes, we do, Carrie. We'd love to see them. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Hold that up. Look how beautiful that is. I love that. I love the color. That's beautiful.
And I'm going to join it in this color, the watermelon color.
I love that.
Very
color.
Pretty.
That is gorgeous. I need to get some of that watermelon. It's gorgeous.
And who is that from?
That's Big Twist.
Big Twist. Okay.
That's Big Twist Value Pound Plus.
Jay, go ahead.
Jay says, my goal is to get at least one more ball of yarn added to the blanket I started last week. Well, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
My goal is to finish the Aztec. Is to finish the Aztec and get the yarn wound for the contest.
Woo.
That's my goal for the whole week.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good.
That's my goal. If I'm lucky, I'll get it started.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am. I was just getting ready to say it is devotional time.
Okay, so because I bought 2 books, I'm going to read from Be Still and Know first, May 19th, and then I'll read from Choose Joy, the 3-minute devotional for women. And it really isn't just for women. I mean, she does make it for women, but it could pertain to men too. Okay. Oh, my light went out.
Oh,
Okay. I was wondering why it was dark. Okay, May 19th. He is love. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. 1 John 4:19 and 20. God's greatness commands are to love him and to love one another. Loving him may come easy. After all, he is patient and loving himself. But the second part of the command can be difficult because it means loving intrusive neighbors at the backyard barbecue, offensive cousins at Christmas dinners, rude cashiers at the grocery store checkout, and insufferable guests who have strayed one night too many in the guest room, stayed too many nights in the guest room. There we go.
awesome.
Insufferable guests who have stayed one night too many in the guest room.
There we go.
Loving one another is only possible when we love like God. When we love out of our humanity, sin gets in the way. Obeying the commandment to love begins with God's love. When we realize how great his love is for us, how undeserved, unending, unconditional, we are humble because we didn't earn it. Lord, help me represent you to the world. I know it's not easy, but I want to follow your example and love as you did. Give me the grace and strength I need to carry that out. Amen.
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 Okay, let me. And then this from this little book. I love this writer. It's well, how come her name's not on this book?
It might be on the
Oh
inside.
my. I I can't read that small. Well, anyway, she was this. It was the same writer that wrote "Too Stressed to Be Blessed"
Yes.
or "Too Blessed to Be Stressed."
Yes.
Okay, Unchained, I think. No, the new me. Therefore, if anyone in Christ, the new creation has come. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. As you in Christ, or are you in Christ? Is he constantly Lord of your life? Then you are a new creation. Everything is new. What's history is done and over, and Jesus has replaced your old with his new. New peace, new joy, new love, new strength. Since God himself sees us as a new creation, how can we do any less? We need to choose to see ourselves as a new creation too. And we can, through God's grace, be glad, give thanks, live each day as the new creation you have become through Jesus. Father, I'm so thankful that you are a God of grace. And I thank you that I am a new creation. Please give me the spiritual eyes eyes to see myself as a new creation, looking past the guilt of yesterday's choices. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Carrie, for doing those.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that.
I do too.
Yeah,
Yes. Does anybody?
I've got to apologize about my internet.
Mhm.
Well, you said you have rain
I
today.
have to apologize.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure the weather has a
Well,
lot to do with it.
I'm gonna. You think so? I'm
Yeah.
going
Could.
to have an Ethernet cable
That would be
plugged
good.
directly into my computer. Hopefully, that will change it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make a difference. So, does
I hope
anyone
so.
else in the chat have any goals for this week? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm nosy.
Good morning
It
to
doesn't have
her
to be.
goals for the week.
She did.
Do what?
Oh, I said, did you
Carrie
say
asked what your
your
goals
goals
were.
for this week?
Oh, well, like I said, I'm going to
I
work
missed
a little
them.
bit more on my Aztec. Today,
Oh, okay.
it is part of the house swept and mopped. Um,
Oh, that's
I
right.
I'm searching for a particular pattern. I have entered myself into a yarn contest, and I received the yarn that I'm supposed to use, but I don't have to make. I mean, I can add other yarn colors to it, so that's a good thing because I'm not too particularly happy with the color hues that I got to work with. So anyway,
Neither am I.
I have a question.
what?
What weight is the yarn that they provided for the contest?
I'm going to have her
Well,
show
you
it.
bought it, but I mean, is it? Oh, okay.
Well, like I said, for me, number one, they're not my color palette. I'll get all these out and see if I can.
So, the contest is called the Little Stubbies Contest.
Yes.
And it is the company it's with is called Hearts on Fiber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the link for everyone. If you're interested to go see about it, you can go and look. So there's the information about it if you're interested. But I think Maureen should show her yarn off.
I am going to show you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the main color. It is called the Mama Stubby. Now, it is a speckled color. It reminds me of Crafter's Secret at Hobby Lobby. See
That reminds me of a
there?
Dalmatian. It reminds me of Dalmatian.
Yes. Now, this is pretty. I love the
Mhm.
speckled yarns. I really do.
I think it's pretty.
All right. And so with it came, you'll have to tell me the colors because
Is
I
that
don't have the
anyway?
colors on me. This looks like a black.
That's called Night.
Okay, night. There you go. And then we have, I believe this is a wheat color.
That one is got to be clay.
Okay, clay. Now, see, this is too light for me to consider it to be clay, but anyway, that's all right. And then we have this little peachy looking color.
That would be called, hang on, straw.
Straw. All right. I might could see that.
Yeah, it takes me a minute to remember the names.
Okay. And then there's this other.
I'm looking up the names now. Give me a second.
Okay.
Hang on. Give me a second. I want to make sure I got the names correct. The peachy color, the yellow buttery color was called. The peachy color is apricot.
Okay.
Yeah. Straw is the yellow buttery color.
Okay, that's this one.
Yeah. The
And
peachy
then
color.
I have a
Maureen,
kind
I
of
love
a
your
staging.
nail.
Okay, that one would be clay. The other one would have been pink sand. Pink
Okay.
sand.
And then this is the last one.
And that's army green.
That does not look like army green. But there are
Army,
the colors, folks.
yeah. They don't look like what I think they should.
No, me either.
No, clay shouldn't be that color. Yeah, that one was the first one was pink sand. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell because they're so what they call faded.
Yes. Very muted as far as I'm concerned. And so it's been hard for me to figure out what it is I'm going to do with them. So I think that I have to use all of the colors presented, but I don't have to use up all of the yarn.
No.
So
What weight did you get?
I got the DK.
Yes, I did too.
Yeah, I got the DK. And I only got one stubby of each of them simply because, like I said, they're not colors that I normally choose, especially to make a full-blown project out of. So I'm going to be looking at putting some brighter colors with it and use these as my accent pieces. And exactly, Mary, whenever I think of clay, I think of red clay here because of, in Texas, that's what our clay is most of the time, are a really deep, rich brown with hints of red in it, kind of a deep terracotta color.
Yeah, terracotta rusty color.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. This one is called the Great Fade Challenge.
The Great Fade Challenge. Well, they hit the nail on the head with that then, as far as I'm concerned.
And I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Hi, Rita.
Hello, little sister. How are you doing, sweetie?
Rita, we have the same temperature.
Oh, 22 Celsius. That's good.
Same temperature. Wow.
Except she's got sunshine and you have rain.
No. I have sunshine today.
Oh, you do?
I have
awesome.
My rain starts Wednesday.
I have rain.
You have rain. All right. I knew one of us had rain.
I hope your Bob's doing well, Rita.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's one of my other goals. I've got to get locked in on what I'm going to do because your project has to be at the contest site before July the 11th.
Yes.
So although that does seem, kind of like in the future, it's really not because we're getting close to the end of May already. Yeah. And then all you have is like this last week or so in May and then all of June and you're done. So
yeah, so this will show you. I should go back up. Sorry. So this is about the contest. There's the whole set.
Yep.
And as you can see, they're still very faded. And the details, what you need to know, the contest is simple. You purchase the little stubbies yarn set in one of the 3 weights available, fingering, DK, or worsted weight. Think about what you want to create out of the yarn. You create your masterpiece. You can follow a pattern, create your own, or use glue and glitter. You can weave, crochet, macrame, knit, or sew. There are no limits. Make sure you follow the only rule. Use all the colors in your project. You don't have to use all the yarn, just all the colors.
Yes.
Submit finished piece by the deadline, which is July the 11th, and come to you don't have to, but you can come to the anniversary party to find out who won. You can always contact them at info@heartsonfiber.com if you have any questions. There are frequently asked questions on Instagram that they have answered. Here is a close-up of the colors, just in case you'd like to see. And now I'll let you know what the prizes are. For us, everybody that finishes and completes a project and submits it will receive a $20 gift card. And you will be entered into a contest for a prize. They're having Every contestant that completes and submits a project will automatically be entered into drawings that will include cash and gift basket prizes. And then all contestants will be judged by the carefully curated youth judges that range in age from 8 to 14 years old. And the important dates to remember for us now: July the 11th is the project due date. You must mail or drop off your project by this date to be entered to win. All entries receive those special prizes listed above. July 18th, the expert youth judges will award the ribbons. July 19th is when they're having their 6th anniversary party, and that's when they are announcing the winners, and that's where they're going to have random drawings throughout the day. So it's awesome if you could attend. You don't have to be a contestant to attend the anniversary party. You can just be someone that wants to attend. And these are past winners. This one was made by Leslie of the Corn. This is my doll. And as we go down, this was from the year before. This was also by Leslie of the Corn. And as we go further down, there's some more. This goes all the way through since they've been doing the contest. And
Aren't
then
they
we go
cool?
first
Look
year.
at those socks. I love the socks.
I love how they used all the colors in the socks.
Yes.
So this shows you the incarnation of all the colors they've chosen. So the first year, these are the colors they chose. The second year, I love the colors they chose the second year. I hope they do that again soon.
Yes.
I love the brightness. Even the colors from this year is fine. This is Stephen Westshall. I just thought I'd point that out. The fact that I know that's weird. Even the colors from this year are beautiful. And I actually did not mind the colors from my year.
No.
I mean, you can see them really well right here. I mean, they're really adorable. It's funny, Leslie and I made the boots the same color.
Yes.
They took the photographs, I did not. Because I would have showed my boots with my cane off. So that, in comparison with these colors, wow.
Yeah.
Big difference.
And see, whenever I saw that bottom right color, that looks more gray, and this here is black. I mean, I'm sorry, that's black.
Yeah, it is very, very black.
Anyway, it's all right. Yes.
Oh, so making dinner, and Mom is doing good today as long as I make sure there is no stress around her and less noise. She is good. That's wonderful.
That's awesome, Rita. That really is.
And of course, the stubby contest is worldwide. As long as you can purchase the yarn and mail your project in,
yeah,
you can enter. That's your.
Rita, how is Sunshine doing?
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm kind of wondering.
Because when
school dates are a little different over there.
Life is good. I didn't see the we have, and I read Sunshine in 22, and I was thinking, there's no way he's 22. There's no way at all.
Oh, bless it.
That's what I get for partial reading.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
So anyway, like I said, I kind of have an idea of what it is that I want to do. I just haven't found the right pattern yet. So I may have to take a couple of pieces off of this pattern, a couple of pieces off that pattern, and make up my own, which will be fun too, you know.
What be what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. One from here, one from there.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yep.
That's just to make sure mine is the right scale.
Yes.
You know, and that's if I don't change my mind.
Oh, I know. That's the other thing. Sunshine is doing great. He's 18 years old, finishing up high school, almost done. Well, Rita,
Cool.
Warren's almost finished too. In fact, this Friday, I will be heading home to West Texas to watch my grandson graduate, walk across that
I'm
stage.
excited for you.
Yeah, I'm excited and sad at the
That
same
is
time.
so
you know.
cool.
That's so cool.
He's
I
grown
know.
up. It's scary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
See, and when you talk about him, I see him at the age that he was when we first started chatting together.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
it's like, wait, what? No,
I
Uh-huh.
because I think he was in eighth grade.
Yes, he
I think he
was.
was in eighth grade when we met.
That's right.
remember when he got his license and you freaked out.
I think all adults
Well,
freak
see, I
out
didn't
when
even
their
know he
kids
got
are
his
around
license.
kids.
I knew he was trying to get it.
Oh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Oh, yes. And I tell you what, when we were down in Three Rivers and they came up for spring break, um, his mom and dad had been out to the children's home several times, where I was raised, but Warren had never been out there, and so we drove through the country, and I let him drive Pawpaw's truck. Oh my goodness! Right at first, guys, he gets in the truck and he's like, very timid, because the um, the power and everything on our truck is totally different from his mom and dad's truck. So it took him a little bit to get used to the pedals and the power feeling and that kind of thing. So, but once he got used to it, oh man, he's like, I love Pawpaw's truck. And I have to keep telling him, it's not Pawpaw's truck, it's Grammy's truck.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So he is excited to be with us this summer. He's going to go to work with his pawpaw and make some money, he said. So he's very excited about that.
That's cool.
Yep.
I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. His
You get
first time of really actually making money. He's had little odd summer jobs and that kind of thing, but no, he'll be thrown out there in the bushes actually working and stuff. So
making a
it'll be
real
good
money.
for him. It really will.
Oh,
I remember last summer how wore out he was after that first day.
oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Yes.
I think it's
It
brilliant.
was.
Yep. Come home,
I do,
ate, took a shower, and went right to bed.
and I think that's brilliant. And
Yeah.
I like to see them put in a real good days of work,
Yes.
when they're young. That way they realize this is what life's going to be like.
That's right.
It's really good for him to work with Wayne because he
Yes.
learns Wayne's how he's disciplined himself to work.
Right.
Yes.
How a normal person should be dedicated, because Wayne's really dedicated to what he does. I mean, you
Right.
have
yeah.
to be. When you're in your field, you have to be dedicated to it.
Well,
But
I'm hoping
it,
he'll
it
want to
gives
do what
him
Wayne
that
does.
visual. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm very proud of the
that
fact
would
that
be
he's
cool.
very mechanical and detail oriented.
Mhm.
And the type of work that Wayne does would be very, very
Sure, Izzy.
would be right up his alley. Now, like I said, he does have a great interest in computers, which he wants to go into the coding and cybersecurity aspect of it all. So, hello, Cindy. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for jumping in here with us for a bit. I appreciate that.
Hey, Cindy.
But he's still young, and there's so many opportunities out there for him, and I want him to be exposed to as much as possible so that he can make the decision that's going to be right for him. But
Oh, yeah.
he's only
Yeah.
17, won't turn 18 until June. So he's got quite a few years to make up his mind what he wants to be when he grows up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he will start college in the fall, so that's a good thing too.
There we go. I got a video
So
for
what
you,
is he
Izzy.
going to college for?
Computer science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I
Is
said,
that what Wayne's degree is in?
Oh no, Wayne's degree is in chemistry and business management.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Izzy.
He is a chemist by trade. And in being a chemist, he
Cool.
got into the plastic field when it first, hit the scene, so to speak. He belongs to an organization that writes up all the standards for processing and the testing of plastics, synthetics, that kind of thing. Yeah. Which just kind of evolved into his work with the EPA and that kind of thing. So,
Izzy, I dropped the video link for you. You need to go watch that video. It will show you how to set up Nightbot. That's the video I send everybody to. It is a video by Coco. So go watch that video.
Hi, Lana.
Hello.
Hello, Lana. How are you doing, sweetheart? So good to see you in here today.
Yeah, that's Coco's video for Nightbot. It's fantastic.
Well, we are coming up on our hour, so I do want to remind you that we will be playing bingo over at Carrie's house tomorrow. At what time?
6:30. No.
6:30.
Yeah.
6:30, which is 8:30 my time.
Pacific time.
6:30 Pacific,
8:30
8:30
Eastern.
Central, and 9:30 Eastern. That's correct.
There we go.
And Wednesday we will be at my house at 10 Eastern, 9 Central.
Okay. And we will be at Carrie's house right after Froggy.
Yes. We will raid Carrie at 11 Eastern, 10 Central.
Is that Wednesday?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday we'll be back at my house. And then Friday back at Carrie's, and I will be absent all day Friday because, like I said, I will be going to watch my grandson
That's right.
walk across the stage.
Oh. Awesome.
Yeah.
What day is that?
Friday. I will not be around for anybody on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there.
Yep.
Okay. We can handle it without you, I guess.
I know.
But I'm going to start us off. I hope you guys have a great day. Please stay safe, be kind to one another, and happy yarning. And Carrie.
And remember, one random act of kindness can change the world.
And folks, let me say thank you so much, those of you that popped in, whether you stayed for this whole hour or just popped in and left, and my lurkers and anyone who watches the replay. Thank you so much for your time. Always remember that you are the light. So be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they're waiting to see. We love y'all so much. Bye.